Hi, this is Colette from Soul Life Loving. First of all, let me apologise for my gear. I am dressed for painting. I have jobs to do, but one of the things I wanted to talk about was something that somebody said to me, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to explain that, because if one person's thinking it, there might be more. So I'll just put my plop on it. I'm an abstract artist in the main, so I work from back there, deep within, and it comes forward, and it comes forward, and when it's out there, then I can see how I feel. Because her friend said, I did it was an iridescent, shimmery textured little painting, because she said that her mum liked hydrangeas and pansies, and when you take all the petals of the various colours and mix them in a pile, and the sun shines on them, and it's that beautiful evening light before the sky, before it dips and the sky starts to turn blue, this golden, shimmery, divine light, it just changes everything and it hits everything, and it just shimmers gold all over it. And I've seen it, and I always thought, oh, I'd love to be able to do that, but I've never been able to capture that shimmer until I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. Because my friend said, because her mum had passed, and she said, you know, she loved those. This is a little patch. And I thought, I'm going to do that. And I'd got some different paints, and there were shimmery paints, powder shimmery paints. Hang on, let me show you. Powder shimmers. Trying to knock everything off. I've got to move everything and varnish behind the shelvings because it's going a bit mildewy and it needs doing. But these things, like silk purple, is that backwards way? Of course it's backwards way. But these things, these are nail varnish powders, and I've got a selection. Now, the whole lot cost me about, I think about 20 quid, which is roughly like $20, I think it is now. But there's all the colours of the rainbow, and if you mix them, oh God, I'm gonna fidget again. If you mix them with different, with different mediums, by that I mean bases. I can't find it, but I've got different ones of these. So this is Pebbles, and this is, it's gel, and this is a matte gel. You can get, I think you can get satin and gloss. And I found that if you mix this Pebbles, and I think this cost about 7 quid, this huge tube, with these, this is just me playing around because I'm trying to find a way to show what I'm seeing on the inside. And but if you mix them with like shimmery turquoise or purples or pinks or anything like that with this medium, and I use the gloss one on this, but I haven't got any, a little tiny pinch of this powder and a little dollop of that goes a long way. So you mix it all in. I use, I've got these little wooden lolly sticky things that you can wipe and reuse, and they don't cost anything. I've got big ones, and these you can use for pressing on, and I've got these teeny tiny little plastic ones to mix or dollop or flick, depending on what you want it to look like. But I also use a cake spatula. Oh, God, excuse me, like that. Now this I got out of a second-hand shop for 50p, and I've had it years. I got two actually. They were £1 for two. I don't know where my other one is, but also very good for scraping and making a line is the old-fashioned chronically revolting paint scraper. Anyway, back to the painting. I decided, well, it's just a little canvas, that I was going to smush this, and I had no idea what it was going to turn out like. I don't mind if things, when I'm trying to create something, I don't mind if it goes wrong and it's like, oh dear God, Bennett, and I've got to black over it and start all over again, or scrape everything off. But this one, because it was brand new to me, and I was just guessing what on earth I was doing. And you see that shimmery bronze? Oh, I love them. I love them. Gave me this beautiful shimmery painting of this image, and I was so pleased with it. I had to wait while it dried for ages, because I was going to post it to America, to my friend, as a representation. So every time she looks at it, she could feel her mum through this divine light on her favourite plants, and it would be on a wall. She wouldn't have to wait for it to flower. And it was the right thing to do, and I really liked it. However, her partner doesn't get it. When she looks at it, she's like, I don't get it. And that's not a criticism. But I just thought I'd address the way that you perceive art, pictorial art or abstract art. When you look at a picture of something and it's a painting and it looks just like the real thing, that's a pictorial art. And your mind sees it and it goes, that's it, and it can identify it just like that. Or it can look at an impressionist thing of the same painting and go, but it's not clear. That's because your mind needs to control the image. And I get that, I understand it. My mind does it when I'm looking at a pictorially painted image. Some take a while. But it's not the only way to view a painting. It's not the only way. And the idea is to stretch your mind to allow for other forms of art, rather than going, if it doesn't look like a picture, it's not art. It is. Somebody somewhere will love it. Somebody somewhere will get it. The fact that I sell helps, because then I know people get it. But it's not so much as a fault. It's just a little bit lazy. You just need your mind stretching. It's like those people who they only ever listen to one type of music. They can't listen to any others. But why? What is the fear behind that? Because it is a fear-based thing. What is the fear behind stretching your mind to allow for other things? And it's because you're still looking at everything and judging it against a picture. Does it look lifelike? No, it's an image. No, it's a representation. I don't get it. And this is what I'm coming across with, is when it's abstract, it's how you feel. So to one person, they'll look at that and they'll love it. They'll love the way the light moves over it, or that it changes, or that it has shadows in different places. It will touch them, it will make them smile. They will see an image in it that they never saw before. They will see movement in it that they never saw before. The light changes it. It's never going to be the same because it's not a pictorial copy of something. And we have to allow our minds to expand to do that. Because when you do that, you unlock your pre-subconscious mind so that it can view things through feeling rather than through mind. And this opens up a whole new doorway to not just art, visual, but art, audible, all of it. Because then you can allow yourself to breathe. I remember when freeform jazz came in and everybody was horrified. I remember when rock and roll started impinging on the radio stations, the pirate radio stations, that is, not the proper ones. And it was appalling. I remember reading Vanessa Bell's life story and Virginia Woolf's and realising when the Impressionists came over, when Roger Fry brought them over in 1911 for the first show of the post-Impressionists, and there was rioting. The artists had to be bundled out the back door in case they got mobbed. All because these people wanted to paint in their way. They didn't want this rigidity and this tiny brushwork. They didn't want to be pinned to that. And don't get me wrong, I like that. There's a lot of artists that, a lot of artists who have that way. And I love it. I love it. But there's also room for this. It's not that they can't draw, or they can't do this, or they can't do that. They just want to paint their own way, and you feel your way through it. It's not, I'm going to paint that because it's right in front of me. It's, I'm going to trust myself as an artist, as a human, to channel whatever wants to come out. And quite often, unless I stick my oar in with my mind going, I want to have a play, it comes out really good. Or it comes out ordinary, or it just comes out something that I want in my home around me and I don't want to sell because I like it. And it means something to me. And if I try to explain that to somebody, they'd probably say I don't get it because they wouldn't. So abstract art in all its forms, in all its ways, don't expect it to be what your eyes see and your mind sees. Look at it into your eyes, take it in and you feel it. And it's not about always what your eye sees. Thank you. I'm going now. Thank you.